Hello friends, if you love the warmth of a layered English cottage, but you don't have years to search antique shops or thrift stores for every specific piece, this video is for you. It's true, creating a collected home does take time, but that doesn't mean you have to wait years before your home begins to feel cozy, layered, and full of character. Over the last several months, I have found some surprisingly beautiful, affordable pieces at everyday retail stores that I would like to share with you. They are not replacements for antiques, but when chosen carefully and mixed with older pieces, they can help bring that warm cottage feeling into your home today. These lovely English country house styled rooms that we're looking at have grown slowly over time. Nothing feels too matched, or as if it was purchased all at once. That is what makes these rooms inviting. Our goal is not to copy every detail, but it's to notice the small things that create this atmosphere. Now let me take you shopping and show you what I'm talking about. Our first stop is lighting in the home goods section at a Marshall's retail store, and I was blown away by these gorgeous pleated printed block print lampshades. You could purchase a matching pair for less than half the price of one on Etsy and either put them on your own thrifted lamp bases or give those plain white lamp bases a makeover. English country homes rarely rely on an overhead light. It's just too harsh. They use table lamps, reading lamps, floor lamps, wall lights to create small pools of warmth throughout the room. So when I'm shopping, I look for ceramic bases, aged brass, turned wood, and traditional shapes. I especially love pleated fabric shades because they add a small amount of pattern and make a simple lamp feel more intentional. This beautiful ginger jar blue and white chinoiserie lamp is ideal for the English country house look, and the price is phenomenal. Besides the fact that Brooks Brothers is a well-known brand, just swap out that shade. This rich cobalt blue floral lamp base also caught my eye. Between the two, I think this one is my favorite. Just imagine this lamp with a muted raspberry pleated shade. When shopping for lighting that feels traditional and gathered over time, it's a good idea to avoid anything overly shiny, sculptural, or modern. These may be lovely in the right home, but it will not give the quiet, traditional look that I'm after. Similar to when I'm shopping for art, be sure to look at the shade and the lamp base as separate pieces. They don't have to stay together, just like the frame and the print don't have to stay together either. And that's the case for this little lamp. I wish I had done measurements before I came because that shade would have come home with me. If you're interested in learning more about the ins and outs of cottage style lighting, I do have an entire dedicated video for that on this channel, as well as a blog post on stonecottagehome.com. Another good place to start looking for adding layers to your home is Textiles. Textiles soften a room and help it feel more relaxed. I'm usually drawn to small florals, checks, narrow stripes, and simple block prints. But I also look for natural-looking fabrics and colors that feel slightly faded rather than overly bright. Soft blue, warm cream, muted green, dusty rose, and maybe a touch of a muted red can all work beautifully in a cottage style home. The pieces do not need to match perfectly. In fact, I usually prefer they don't. I was pleasantly surprised to find many of these different pattern elements at Marshall's. And as much as I love pattern mixing, it was almost like a Christmas shopping trip. Now this Sanderson bed set really took me by surprise. It is not only gorgeous, but I actually have a sample of this wallpaper and I did not know that it came as bedding. If you are a lover of pattern mixing too, one thing to keep in mind, or two things actually. The first is color palette. When the colors feel connected, the mix feels natural. Second is, if you like pattern mixing, then it gives an ease in putting a room together. You don't have to find every single piece all in the same collection. You have an ease of mixing things back and forth, which also means that when, say, a pillowcase gets stained or a throw gets ripped, you can go buy another one as long as it's in the same color palette, and it will mix beautifully with what you already have. So if you were looking to create a gathered, collected look over time, I would recommend skipping matching sets, because a room feels more collected when the pieces look as though they were gathered gradually. It really amazed me that there were such good brands at Marshall's like Laura Ashley, Brooks Brothers, and William Morris. Surprise, surprise. I did not know that you could get bedding in William Morris. A slight branch off of Textiles are paper goods for entertaining, and goodness, the options are amazing. It is a bit jumbled, but definitely worth digging through. Again, I found several napkins by the William Morris & Co. These small touches are affordable ways to make ordinary gatherings feel a little more thoughtful. I suggest passing over anything that feels too novelty-driven or specific to one trend. Candles are another simple way to make a room feel layered and inviting. There are two things I keep in mind when I'm buying candles. Number one is the scent. I try to keep all of my cleaning products, hand soaps, and everything either all lavender, and then once in a while I'll buy a candle that is an accent scent. But I want to make sure it all blends together and your house doesn't smell like a cacophony of odors. The second is color. It is a good idea to choose candles in your home color palette so that the candle is not the statement, but a good backdrop piece that layers in your home naturally. Now I'd like to share with you the pieces that I chose and how we use them in our home. I have come across lovely textiles, throw pillows, sheets, a tablecloth, cloth napkins, rattan accent pieces, cute gingham tissue boxes, faux flowers, and more. Let's begin with textiles. The pillow on the right I purchased from JSH Home Essentials online. They are hand block print, beautifully made. They've got the ruffle with a little pleated corner detail. The front and the back are both covered in the pattern. I kept an eye on them until they ran a sale, so the pillows ended up being $66 each. I couldn't even buy the fabric for that price if I wanted to make them myself. Next, as part of our patio makeover this spring, I got a pair of those blue floral stripe pillows for $29. I also got a pair of these blue block print pillows for $23. They also come in green and rust. We needed new sheets for our bed, and these cotton, abstract-looking blue and green floral sheets were perfect from Walmart for $75. Next, I upgraded our pillows to these feather and down pillows. I got a 2-pack from Amazon for $59. They are well made, super soft, and I like the fact that they're gusseted on the side, which makes them hold their shape better when you make the bed. For our second pair of sheets, I found these beautiful blue block print sheets from Marshall's for $25. The only downside is I did not read them carefully, and they are polyester instead of cotton, which is what we both prefer. On a whim, I tossed the rose hand soap in the basket, and it leaves the loveliest light rose scent on your hands. These cute little green gingham tissue boxes were a little over $2 a box, and no matter where I put them in our home, they look adorable. For corralling the paper napkins on our dining table, this rattan napkin holder does the job beautifully and looks like decor as well as being functional. Lastly, these two home accessories include a scalloped toilet paper holder and some very realistic looking faux hydrangeas. And finally, my last textile, I found this lovely block print tablecloth from India on Etsy. Now friends, let's get to the fun part of styling all of these fun new treasures in our home. If you've been around for a little while, you'll recognize this tablecloth from Christmas. It has been so versatile. No matter which place setting I've used, it looks fabulous. Here are my options for paper napkins in the block print style. I decided to go with the soft gingham and blueberry print. Everything is blue and white, and I love the mix. Just like those inspiration pictures that we looked at in the beginning of our visit, I want to create that same warm, homey, welcoming, and layered feeling in my home. Those rooms are not perfect, they're not overly styled, and they do feel as if they have grown slowly over time. You can see warm pools of light instead of harsh overhead lighting, books, candles, soft textiles, and useful things left out in a beautiful way. Nothing feels too matched. Nothing feels as though it was purchased all at once, because it wasn't. And that is what makes these rooms so inviting. Earlier this spring, we created a dry goods pantry storage in this antique pie safe. In the drawers, I now have these lovely paper and cloth napkins stored within easy access of the dining table. These are my favorite, and they match the pillows on our bed. I just absolutely love that print. As a part of our patio makeover, these pretty blue floral stripe pillow covers grace this wicker chair I found on Marketplace. And that's the great thing about mixing new and old and high and low. The wicker chair was found on Marketplace, which saved us hundreds of dollars, and the character cannot be beat. So I could afford to spend a little bit more on the pillow covers. Same idea with this vintage love seat and rattan chairs. All of the furniture came from Marketplace, and all of the pillow covers and inserts came from Amazon. By the way, if you're interested in any of these products that I have found, I will link as many as possible for you in the description box below. There is also an accompanying blog post to this video and every video on our blog, stonecottagehome.com. In our hall bath, I didn't really have a great place to store toilet paper where it would be accessible. I didn't really want to put it on top of the trash can or just sitting on the back of the toilet. It just looks a bit utilitarian. So this beautiful scalloped seagrass basket with a wire frame popped up on Amazon, and I thought, oh, that would be perfect. And it couldn't fit any better. It looks intentional, attractive, and it's functional. When it comes to creating a home, don't get me wrong, I love antiques because they bring history and character that cannot be reproduced. But good rooms are not made up solely of antiques. Newer pieces, when they have the right shape, texture, or color, are fabulous. A pleated lampshade, a simple candle holder, a checked textile, or a pretty stack of paper napkins may seem like small details, but those smaller layers often make the biggest difference. Another benefit to mixing new and old is that if you have a home full of just antiques, it can start to feel museum-like and less like a home that you can actually use and live in. A collected home is not created by buying more. It is created by learning to recognize the pieces that truly add warmth and passing over the ones that don't. I have to say, hands down, my favorite part of this process has been watching our bed come together over the last several months. I love the pattern play, but I also love how this truly exemplifies the mixture of high and low. The sheets from Walmart are not high-end designer sheets. The square throw pillows with the block print and the specialty trim were an investment piece, as was the lumbar that was made custom made from a shop on Etsy. I've had that for about 2-3 years now. You'll also notice a very cohesive color palette with them. You'll also notice the cohesive color palette of blues and greens ties everything together, making it look as if it were all carefully planned. These new block print sheets would also fit with the flow very well. And I don't know about you, but I've noticed that when I buy sheet sets, often it is the pillowcases that wear out first. And since I love mixing and matching patterns, I picked up this set of pillowcases from Marshall's. They're cotton, block print, and in the blue and green color scheme. And I just love how all these patterns look together. You'll also notice there's quite a variation in scale, clearly small, medium, and large. If you keep these two principles in mind, the scale of your pattern and your color palette, then you will be well on your way to mixing patterns successfully. Friend, I hope you have found today's visit to be encouraging and inspiring. The best cottage rooms are not built from expensive finds alone, but from discernment. A mix of old and new can help keep your room from becoming stuffy, and a few carefully curated antiques hunted over time will always add soul. But appropriate retail pieces are great too. You do not have to wait years to make your home feel more like the one you have imagined. Start with what is available, choose carefully, and let the layers build over time. Until next time, take care.